Welcome to the session. In this session, I am going to talk about the photovoltaic cells and their manufacturing. Photovoltaic cell or solar cell. A photovoltaic cell is a semiconductor device which consists of a large area of PN junction diode, and in presence of sunlight, the device is capable of generating electrical energy which we can put to use. So these devices have a large area of PN junction diode, and they can convert the sunlight into electrical energy. This conversion process is called as photoelectric effect, and this area of research which is related to the solar cells is called as photovoltaics. The devices are called photovoltaic cells. The concept is photoelectric effect, and the field of research is called as photovoltaics. A photovoltaic cell made up of silicon that consists of a very thin wafer, which in turn consists of an ultra thin layer of phosphorus doped n-type silicon, and a top thick layer of boron doped p-type silicon. These two layers are present in the thin wafer, and these thin wafers are present in the photovoltaic cell which is made up of silicon. And the junction where the top surface of the photovoltaic cell, where the two materials, I mean p-type silicon and n-type silicon, are in contact, that is called as PN junction. And at this area, at the PN junction, electrical field will be created. When sunlight strikes the surface of the photovoltaic cell, the electrical field which is present at the junction of the two materials, p-type silicon and n-type silicon, will provide momentum and also direction to the light stimulated electrons. The electrons which are present in the n-type silicon, you can see in the picture, this is n-type silicon semiconductor, this is a p-type silicon semiconductor, and this is the PN junction diode. This is the area where the two types of silicon meet, and this is called as a PN junction diode. And here electrical field will be created, and when light strikes the photovoltaic cell, the electrons which are present in the n-type silicon, they will be driven by the electrical field. This electrical field that will provide momentum and also direction to the light stimulated electrons. The electrons will flow through the electrical load. Here, if we apply an electrical load, the electrons will flow through the load and they will reach the p-type silicon semiconductor. So a typical photovoltaic cell made up of silicon that will provide 0.5 to 0.6 volts of direct current, especially under open circuit no load conditions. So when no load is applied, we will be getting 0.5 to 0.6 volts. And the current output of a photovoltaic cell depends on three factors. The first one is the efficiency of the photovoltaic cell. The second one is the surface area of the photovoltaic cell. If the surface area of the photovoltaic cell is more, and we will be getting more current. And the third factor is the intensity of the sunlight striking the photovoltaic cell. So the current output of a photovoltaic cell depends on the efficiency of the photovoltaic cell, surface area of the photovoltaic cell, and also the intensity of the sunlight striking the photovoltaic cell. As we are getting electrical current here, the voltage is provided by the electrical field. We are getting both current and voltage. The combination of these two is the power. And when we apply an external load, we will be getting the power continuously as long as the sunlight strikes the photovoltaic cell. This is how photovoltaic cell works, and this is the construction of photovoltaic cell. Manufacturing of photovoltaic cell. The fabrication process of photovoltaic cells made up of single crystalline silicon or polycrystalline silicon. They need very pure semiconductor grade polysilicon. This semiconductor grade polysilicon that is processed from quartz, and this is extensively used in the electronics industry. Now we'll discuss how a photovoltaic cell is manufactured from this semiconductor grade pure polysilicon. The first step, the polysilicon is first heated to its melting temperature, and then small trace amounts of boron are added to it for creation of p-type semiconductor material. This is the first step. Next step is the formation of a polysilicon rod or formation of polysilicon ingot. This occurs in two methods. The first method is growing a pure crystalline silicon ingot from a seed crystal which is drawn from the molten polysilicon. For this method, we have Jochowski method or float zone process. The second method is casting process, where molten polysilicon that is converted into an ingot or a rod, polysilicon rod, creating a polycrystalline silicon material. Any of these methods are employed, which finally lead to the formation of ingot or polysilicon rod. Next step is the slicing of the ingots. The polysilicon rods, they are sliced to form individual wafers. For this process, we use wire saws. And after the formation of individual wafers, they are subjected to surface etching. This is a cleaning process. After the cleaning of the individual wafers, they are placed in a phosphorus diffusion furnace where N-type semiconductor layer is created on the outer surface of the cell. Next step is the application of anti-reflective coating on the top surface of the cell. The reflecting property of the cell will be reduced by coating the top surface of the cell with anti-reflective coating. After this one, electrical contacts are imprinted on the top surface of the cell. Now the top surface of the cell is the negative surface of the cell, as it has very thin phosphorus layer. Next step is the deposition of the aluminized conductive layer on the back surface of the cell. In the beginning of the process, the p-type properties are imprinted on the cell. Now they are restored by replacing the phosphorus layer by the deposition of aluminized conductive material. Now the cell has both properties, p-type properties and n-type properties. N-type properties on the top surface, p-type properties on the back surface of the cell. Now the cell is electrically tested, and many such cells are sorted based on their current output, and these cells are electrically connected to form cell circuits. These cell circuits, they are then used for manufacturing in photovoltaic modules. This is about the manufacturing of photovoltaic cell using polysilicon.